right, everybody, it is 5:30 p.m. and it is time for happy hour. And once again, it's me. It's the VINCE, and I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Folks, I've had one very hell of a day. Horrible day. But it's over with. That's why we have happy hour for. I got my smokes, got a nice fresh cup of coffee, and of course I got my water cup given to me by my good friend Pugman. Y'all be sure to thank Pugman. Yep, we got a lot of mints there that we're going to go through. No, we can't do the cassowary yet. It's not the end of the show. But yeah, there's a lot of videos that came out. I wish they came out Tuesday, whenever I was doing Earl Grey Tuesday, but all the same, we're going to have a great show tonight, folks. Lots of good stuff. Lots of awesome stuff. It's going to be spectacular. I mean, this show is going to be so great. I think I'm going to come in my pants here. I'm a bust hot sticky loads all over my screen with all the mints that are coming up here. Just keep it real, tell it to you like it is. I mean, we got the Wes Watson calls, and then we got the Alpha. I mean, we got a mints fest right here, folks. You know, best of all, the Nutmeg Tavern is coming up there on Townsend's. Man, we gonna have a good time. But first, before I begin, I'll make sure my coffee is cool. Still a little hot. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I do got to check the weather. And if it is going to be sunny for the next couple of days, then I'm going to scrub the back patio, sweep off the other one, and then put that last coat on there. And then I'm going to put the coat on the back. Coat on the back ain't going to take too long. That's easy right there. That's easy work. That's easy peasy. That's easy to do. I have no problems with it. But yeah, and then I got my dishwasher coming in on Saturday. Yeah, we're going to be busy. The websites, got to take care of those. But I'm the only thing I care about them is being up and online. That means I'm no longer wasting money on stuff that I haven't used, basically. They're out there ready to produce moolah, in other words. You know, these web domains were sitting around, and now I've put something on them. So, But let's get started with why is he beefing with him for Kaizen? Why is he beefing with them? I thought he was mad at Taban. But first we got to get these Wes Watson coaching calls. I want you guys to check this shit out here. Yeah. I want y'all to check this mess out. This was released about 4 hours ago. So let's roll this beautiful bean footage.
We gotta have some questions today. People gotta be struggling with something. There's gotta be something. Where you raised your hand who's got a question? Let's get some more hands raised. Boz, what's up, bro? Because nobody else has got a question, huh?
I guess not. I don't know. I was the first one on here. I don't know. But what's up, man? How's your day?
Chill. What you got?
So,
I'm not. I don't even want to be bothered by Tofano.
Oh, I just feel like I got this ceiling over my head, bro. Like I can't fucking break past it. Like with finances and fucking just being able to pass that fucking ceiling of fucking going on to the next level.
Why do you guys think you should surpass something like that so quickly? Something that's so difficult to do that a lot of people in your lifetime that you know haven't done. Why do you think you should do it so quickly and so easily? Because you put in minimal effort for a few years, you should just be one of the first people you know to never struggle financially again? Is that what you think?
No, not necessarily. Like I know shit takes time, and everything's fucking.
You obviously don't, because you obviously don't know it takes time. Because how old are you?
I'm fucking 28.
Exactly. I mean, most people who are
I can tell why he's a client. I mean, he's dropping an F bomb like every freaking minute. I'm effing 28. Just say you're 28. Do you have to add the F bomb to it? Seriously. Well, I mean, you're saying what's my age? I'm mother blank blank 28. Can you not just say 28? I mean, seriously.
28 don't have figured out what you're trying to say you want figured out, right?
Right.
I definitely didn't. So I mean, why are you different? What the fuck are you doing differently than any other 28-year-old?
Check this out. Like, I've been running like my not personal business, but my fucking business for about 5 years. And
you're obviously not running it right. You're running a business that doesn't have much potential.
Man.
Right. It's just feels like I'm
real answers. Do you want some real answers? You want some real answers or what? Plumbing ain't going to make the money you want. You're not some miraculous business builder who's going to have 15, 20 trucks and just be crushing every plumbing job in Miami, bro. You're not. Why do you think you are? What the fuck are you so delusional for? Like, do the math. You're capped out, bro. Like, you just are.
I hear you. Now, I know this is a stepping stone. Like, I'm not going to be doing this shit forever, but yeah, I hear what you're saying.
You're doing perfectly fine, son. You're doing perfectly fine. You know, when I first started my first business there, I didn't really have nothing neither. You just got to build it up. Yeah, Wharton School of Business, my butt. You know, you spend $10,000 to $20,000 just to get this guy to curse at you. I mean, seriously.
Fucking feel like it's more of like fucking. I'm not patient enough, and I'm fucking just trying to push it more to where I want to be. I keep thinking of that feeling of being there right now, but like you said, it's long.
A lot of people will never solve.
What is with this? He's just dropping F-bombs like crazy.
What you're saying you want to solve.
Most
people in this room haven't solved it, and they're all older than you. Why the fuck are you so special? I don't see someone that special. I know when I see special. It ain't you, Doc. Like, you guys really need to be told this? Are you really the person who looks in the mirror and says, damn, Foz, you should be murking it. You're like a $200,000 a month motherfucker. Like, do you really believe that? Like, you're not, bro. You're just not. I don't talk to you. You're not overly intelligent. You're not in the greatest shape. You don't speak business savvy. There's nothing about you that makes me believe that you're doing enough to be where you think you should be at all. In the slightest, bro. Like, so why do you believe you should?
I guess it's just fucking being hopeful is what it is. That's it. Like,
well, hope ain't never got nobody nowhere, bro. You don't you hope your way into positions. You work your way there. And I mean, first off, you're in the wrong area. So that's why we're trying to have you build your personal brand. I guarantee you're not doing what I told you. I just know you're not, because I can tell when people are. I see them all over the place doing what I told them to do. I mean, you sought mentorship from someone who's in an area that will give you life you want. You didn't apply it. That proves a massive red flag that you're even applying what you could in your current business. I mean, Jesus.
Okay.
You're talking to someone who's a realist.
I get it. Fucking, so taking more action. Fucking actually doing.
You're thinking it's a one-word answer. I gave you a full blueprint on what to do and the route that worked for me. And I mean, that's all I know. If you really want to learn how to blow up a plumbing.
What's up, Darth? How's it going? Yeah, I know he could have spent it on his business. Everybody wants to build their business quick and fast, and they want to make quick money. And that's just not going to happen. And Wes Watson, you know, he's like, stick with this blueprint there. I put this out here. If you don't do it, that's your own fault. No, it isn't. Your blueprint simply doesn't work.
Business, then go hit up the plumber who's making $2 million a month, you know, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million. There's a plumber who's doing that, and follow his lead. I mean, I taught you how to do what I know how to do, which is to make a better version of you and build a coaching business online. That's what I know how to do.
I hear you.
I mean, the biggest problem is you guys don't even enjoy your lives because you're waiting for a day that you think you're going to finally enjoy your life.
No problem, Ryan.
I mean, you're just...
No, like, this mindset, I'm able to be grateful for the fucking life that I do have. Like, I fucking wake up better, feeling better than I not just worrying about the
not really though, because people who I work with a lot of people, and people who are really shocked at how much better they're thinking feeling and living, they start with that. They don't start with, I'm just have this ceiling over my head financially. You're negative. You are. You drive around negative. You have a negative aura about you. You're entitled. I know you. I know people like you. I'm like you somewhat. But I mean, the thing is I know how to do other shit. So, I mean, like, you guys just don't know who you are, bro. You're still on the path to figuring out who the fuck you are. Like, you're not grateful. You're entitled. You're 20 fucking 8. You're not that developed. And you think you're supposed to be somewhere you're not, bro. Like, 100%. Like, it's just what it is, dog.
I get it. Okay.
I mean, you can take the same word.
He's just up there. He's just sitting there and just taking that abuse there, you know. Paid him all this money. If I paid someone that money, you ain't going to be talking to me like that. I'm going to tell you right now, you ain't going to be talking to me like that. Even my mom, only person that talked to me like that is my mama. You know the great one, love mama. Only mama could talk to me like that. Anyone else? Not even my daddy couldn't talk to me like that. Just my mama. My mama could talk to me like that. Not my daddy, not anyone else. Especially not my daddy.
Work ethic that you have right now into something that's better, and you tried to and you didn't do it. So I can only say an eye for an eye. Your work ethic is probably the same in plumbing as it is what I tried to teach you, which you didn't do very well. Would you say you're consistent in the posting and the content creation, all that stuff?
Yeah, I would say I am. Yeah.
You're definitely not. What would you say the quality of what you put out and the content and everything is?
Shit. I'd say I'm fucking actually speaking on what I'm going through. But as far as like quality, like
the way you do anything is the way you do everything, straight up.
Okay. I hear that.
Like, you just could be doing everything a lot better. I mean, you're doing it, and it won't be a waste of time to do it. But you should be converting people if you're really living it. You'd be more ripped already. You're kind of just staying in the same shape. So how good are you doing with your macros? Not too well, right?
Nah, see, I'm not hitting those fucking calories.
I can look right at you and tell you exactly what you're doing right. If you were fully shredded, making this same content, you'd probably be making a good 3,000 to 5,000 right now, a month extra in clients. Like maybe, 2,000 to like 5,000 on your biggest month, and like your first year coaching. If you were fully diced and people couldn't keep their eyes off how diced you are. And that would only be because you're tracking your macros correctly, and you would have already been there right now. You've already be that ripped if you listened. But you didn't listen in the hardest area where you think you're tough and you think you're working hard. You're not making the sacrifices that you need to make, bro. Like if I went to your page and you were impressively ripped, it'd be a whole different story. I think his phone died. That's another sign.
It lost connection.
Okay, well look at bro. I go to your page and you're not ripped at all.
I mean, he's even ripping on him he's driving around. Yeah, the signal's going to get lost.
What stopped you from eating the foods you're supposed to eat?
Nothing. I just need to be more disciplined and fucking actually hitting the macros.
No, it's not nothing. You chose not to eat them, so therefore you didn't solve the problem that most people have a problem solving that you could charge them for, correct?
Yeah.
Skyler right here is getting ripped. Skyler right here is looking jacked, and I got him eating 900 grams of motherfucking carbs and shit. And he's still looking lean, and his chest is looking filled out. Ridge is shredded. I mean, Anthony's shredded. These guys are the only way you could get on camera and have the vibe of, God damn, I want to feel like this guy and do what he's doing is if you're really doing it. Is there a reason people think they can sell something that they don't really do and they don't really take serious? Is that like an epidemic?
Not everyone can be a salesman, all right? You're selling a cookie cutter you're selling, used to be, because like I said, I can't imagine anyone signing up for his program at this point in time. I really can't.
Epidemic in America. That's an epidemic, right? Where they're just like, hey, I can fully sell something that I don't really believe in or do. Like, you're trying to sell macros, training, nutrition, but you're not even doing your macros. Like, why the fuck would that be fair? Like, your boy Wes Watson is trying to sell being a jacked-ass, prison-ass, motherfucking motherfucking beast, and I'm sitting here going up in weight still. And I'm already way in the game, bro. I'm still risking my life under that squat bar and doing more weights and shit. And I'm still pushing myself. Bro, least you could do is just not eat so much. Jesus Christ, right?
Right.
Why the fuck do people make me
I mean, he's kind of skinny there, and stuff.
call him on this shit? If you were walking around just shredded as a motherfucker and tan as fuck, you'd probably be making the money that you think you want right now. Honestly, off coaching. You probably would, but you're not. You're on camera fucking talking about this shit that you're not even living. Don't you feel stupid sometimes?
Oh yeah, I feel like I should.
Look at so get fucking ripped. So get ripped and show people on camera what the fuck it feels like to be ripped. You know, fitness is probably the biggest industry on the planet.
Now, that's something that I will agree with there. If you're going to be selling supplements and fitness products, you need to be in shape and look ripped. The only time that I was in shape whenever I was competing was just when I was selling nutritional supplements. So yeah, I was in good shape and I wasn't ripped. I was very lean and everything when I was selling things. I don't sell any things anymore, so there's no need for me to be ripped. But Wes Watson is right about that. He just is saying it the wrong way.
Weight loss. It's like the biggest industry on the internet. And you're just fully opting out of it. But you're doing the post, so I'm glad about that. I'm glad you're posting. Your page looks better than I thought. Let's get ripped, Foz. Come on now. Please, bro. Jesus.
I like the name Foz. Yeah, I mean, you can't sell nutritional products if you look like shit. I mean, that's the thing about Herbalife. The people who are successful at Herbalife, or if you can call it success, they're in great shape. They're ripped and everything like that. And people, the thing about it is, people will buy supplements out of their butthole from a guy that's ripped and in shape. But you could be the most knowledgeable person on nutritional supplements, but if you look like a pile of garbage, then, you wouldn't even be able to sell that garbage. I mean, I was in great shape there. I mean, I'm not ripped anymore, obviously, because I don't really have a reason. I'm enjoying life. It's over with there for me. I'm 48 years old. I don't need to be doing all that stuff. I'm not working in the industry. I'm not going to expos. I'm not selling Advocare products. I'm not pimping ALR. I'm not pimping Blackstone Labs. I'm not pimping Genesis Nutrition, or anything like that. I'm not pimping Thermolife. By the way, screw the owner. If I see him, I'll beat his bald-headed ass. Screw him. I'm not working. Actually, I wouldn't beat him. He's not even worth it. I mean, I'm not selling vitamin power products. So if I'm not selling any supplements or anything like that, is there any purpose of me doing anything special? No. Did you see the other trans Wes Watson? Yeah, there's another person, Mazda.
I sent him a screenshot, and it says, 40 grams! 40 grams! 40 grams! Mazda, what's up, bro?
What's up, Big Wes? My question's about vascularity.
Oh my God, look at this guy. At least he has his shirt off like Wes, but we already know how this is going to go.
Like a few weeks ago, you called me skinny fat, and I was just wondering, I already lost like 12, 13 pounds of fat. I've been with you for a little over 2 months, and I still don't have any veins showing that. So what is that, more muscle? What's going on there?
Why would you be that delusional as to believe you should have bicep veins when you have a stomach that looks like that? What a fucking dumbass. Look at this is Mazda's profile. This is how stupid he is. Sometimes I wonder if you guys have seen a ripped man. Like, do you have eyeballs? Have you seen a ripped individual? And why do you not know that you're not ripped? Like, how does that even happen?
So Matt,
I mean, I hate to tell you this, but Wes is correct on it. He's just saying it the wrong way.
So 75 grams a day of fat is, just leave that there?
Who the fuck ever told you to eat 75 grams a day of fat? I know I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm at right now.
I've never had someone eat 70. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I gave that to you. You're probably one of those people that got the screenshot from me and then didn't even look at the screenshot and then went and just used MyFitnessPal to give what MyFitnessPal gave you, right?
No, I'm just going off.
No way, bro. I've never given someone 75 grams.
Let's see.
Never in the history.
So what should it be at then? 40?
I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna see that I told you exactly what to eat and you weren't even able to pay attention to. What a fucking dumbass. Look at this is Mazda's profile. This is how stupid he is. It doesn't say 70. It says 158, 203, and 40 in his profile. Is there a reason why I'm having to make this guy use his eyeballs? Mazda, do you have eyeballs? Does everyone else have eyeballs? Because he doesn't. Should we screenshot this and paste it to his goddamn forehead? Look at I clearly sent him a screenshot that says 40, 158, and 203. God damn. No wonder I'm so rich. I have eyeballs. So I can count the money and I can count the macros. And when someone sends me something, I can read it. Bro, please, God, don't ever do this to us again. Please, God.
Well, you know how you combine the diary with the trainer eyes and the
This is really a Wes Watson client. I mean, seriously. He's just, I mean, it's almost like a S&M almost here. I mean, Wes Watson is just a male dominatrix here.
Fitness Pal and all. I did that. I had you do that, and I just went off of whatever was said.
That's what I just told you. You went off of
Pugman, what's up, dog?
whatever my Fitness Pal told you. But I said,
So I can adjust
macros in my Fitness Pal. Everybody else in here, including Adam, they got this same screenshot, and Adam told me back his verbatim off the top of his head, and because he took what I said, hello, take this screenshot, put it in my Fitness Pal, and that's what you're using. You're the one who didn't do that. You like thought that was a sample or something. Nobody else did. Everybody else is hitting their macros. Eyeballs, bro. Don't waste any more of my time. I'm glad you're laughing about this because I'm not. I can't fathom why people pay so little attention. You have a scanning problem. Stop scanning when I write you something. I'm the top motherfucker in the world as far as you're concerned. Where you're at and where I'm at is between me and Jeff Bezos, basically. Here's me, here's Jeff Bezos, here's Mazda, here's what.
Did he just compare himself to Jeff Bezos? I gotta play that again. Did he really do that?
As far as you're concerned. Where you're at and where I'm at is between me and Jeff Bezos, basically. Here's me, here's Jeff Bezos, here's Mazda, here's Wes. Same gap in life, basically. You need to understand that and fucking read what I write you, okay?
Got it. Thank you.
Jesus Christ. I scan, but I make people reread what I'm supposed to read. I'm like, read this to me. I make people read shit to me because I can't read. Like, you don't read books? I'm like, no, I burn books now for a living. I fucking throw them on the ground and burn them. And they're like, oh, well, that's crazy. I thought you read a lot. I said, no, I don't. I can't read. I can't even fucking think. I can't even tie my shoes. I can't even understand why Mazda can't fucking look at a fucking screenshot like Adam did. See how I was like, because I asked Adam his macros and told him back to me perfect. And I knew he was on point. But you told me 75 and I wanted to fucking shoot myself. You have a good day, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Don't make the mistake Mazda made. Jesper, what's up?
Dang. I mean, but he is right there. There's a huge difference between 40 grams of fat and 75 grams. I mean, you're literally, I mean, God, I mean, there's a huge difference. That's a lot of extra calories to put on. It definitely affects the physique, that's for sure. The only problem I have is that the way he's just talking to him. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That's crazy.
Mississippi is still a very rough place. You know, people is not just walking
Now for a short break while I get my coffee adjusted. Figure y'all should watch this.
up like they used to do in the past, walking out, you know, shooting a man down or getting maybe 200 or 300 people carrying you out and lynching you, but it's in a most settled way. You know, they can let you starve to death, not give you jobs. These are some of the things that's happening.
I'm just letting you know, this is why I don't go to Mississippi for any reason. Someone asked me a while back why I don't go to Mississippi. Here you go.
And right now in Mississippi. See, Mississippi is not actually Mississippi's problem. Mississippi is America's problem. Because if America wanted to do something about what has been going on in Mississippi, it could have stopped by now. It wouldn't have been in the past few years, between 40 and 50 churches bombed and burned. You see, and this leads me to say, you know, all of the burning and bombing that was done to us in the houses, nobody never said too much about that, and nothing was done. But let something be burned, you know, by a black man, and then, my God, you know, you see, the flag is drenched with our blood. Because, you see, so many of our ancestors was killed because we have never accepted slavery. We had to live on it, but we've never wanted it. So we know that this flag is drenched with our blood. So what the young people are saying now, give us a chance to be young men, respected as a man, as we know this country was built on the black backs of black people across this country. And if we don't have it, you ain't gonna have it either, because we gonna tear it up. That's what they're saying. And people ought to understand that. I don't see why they don't understand that. They know what they've done to us. All across this country, they know what they've done to us. This country is desperately sick, and man is on the critical list. I really don't know where we go from here.
And folks, that's why I don't ever go to Mississippi. Alabama, I don't go to Alabama neither. But if I had a choice between Alabama and Mississippi, not going to Alabama, I would go to Alabama. And I would definitely stay away from Louisiana. Won't go there. Neither.
So I wanted to do a little
Oh, no, she ain't lying. Not lying at all.
digging and see. And there's this penthouse that this Vincent is always bragging about. Every one of his videos is about this penthouse, right? In Miami on the top floor, right? I wanted to see, does he own it? Does he rent it? What's the story? Because he tries to make everybody believe that he owns this thing, right?
We beat the system. Now I keep $1 million in there. I get another $1 million. I buy a real estate property for $4 million. King balling.
So there's a new asshole in town. This giraffe-looking piece of shit with pubic hair on his fucking head. I'm looking at him. I'm like, what's wrong with this asshole? But like all the others, he's from Miami. He drives around the same block on Brickell over and over and over with that pubic hair of his flying in the wind because he thinks people need to look at it. Nobody wants to see that shit. He even has a sharmuta by his side, right? From Russia. He says it's his Russian
I'm going to say this once again. I love it when he says shamuta.
model from Instagram, right? But we all know he ordered that shit in the fucking mail.
You want to know the real reason why I'm successful, bro? It's not because I'm extremely intelligent with a genius level IQ. It's not because I'm unusually tall, sexy, and handsome. It's because I'm delusionally optimistic.
And if you think about it, right, if you look at him, if Peggy Watson and the 7-foot monster had a love child, that would be this asshole, because this asshole, right, look at him coming out of the car looking like that tall giraffe he is. He is actually 7 foot tall with that pubic hair dangling around everywhere. But everyone's been wondering, is his life a lie? How is this 22-year-old kid a millionaire by selling programs to kids?
Absolutely
look,
not.
We know how all these guys
Ryan,
do it.
no.
They do everything for show. Their life is rented. Their life is a lie. So I wanted to take a little bit closer of a look into this asshole. And this is what I found.
You guys need to understand that to some degree life is materialistic, right? It's always broke people judging rich people. They're always like, oh, I don't need a penthouse. I live in a box. I don't need a hypercar. I have a Honda. You can't get a hypercar. And for that reason, you're hating, right? But to some degree, the results in your life reflect that you have the blueprint figured out, right? If I was telling you guys all this shit, but I didn't have a penthouse, I didn't have a Russian model rubbing my shoulders, I don't have 4 million in cars, what's the validity to my statements? There is none.
So when I first saw this asshole, you guys remember when...
Folks, I will tell you this right now. I can go and park a Lamborghini outside my mobile home. I can have supermodels, and I can wear the most fanciest clothes. You know how? It's called rental and credit. I can look just like him in less than a day. I can go get the rentals and everything like that, look like I'm super powerful, and do that. Anyone can do that. It's just BS.
One of the greatest movies ever coming to America, right? I remember it as a kid. Remember that one asshole, the real asshole, Daryl, who was full of himself, looking at himself in the mirror, thinking he's the shit, pretending he's this good guy, but in actuality, he was a piece of shit asshole. Well, when I first saw Vincent Fisher and how he's acting with that hairdo of his, I was like, this guy Daryl must have been his idol.
Right, it's very hard to die or go broke.
John Bravo nailed it out. He is like Daryl from Coming to America.
If you look like money, might just seduce somebody, get a goddamn meal. You know what I'm saying? Might just go into Fry's, wink at the goddamn waitress. Hey, on the house.
I mean, look at the way he was looking at himself, right? Saying he's so handsome, saying he's so good looking, right? But then that Russian sharmuta of his, look how he treats her the same way as that asshole Daryl was trying to treat the girls.
Yes, where I'm from, we have to be very aggressive. I'm all for that. Especially with women.
If I was telling you guys all this shit, but I didn't have a penthouse, I didn't have a Russian model rubbing my shoulders, I don't have 4 million in cars.
Take charge. Tell them what to do.
Vincent Fisher, the best man of the world. Yes, yes.
So let's go back a little. This asshole Vinny, he was 17 years old, right? He was a kid. He was skinny as hell, right? So he wanted to get bigger. And he admits here, I'm going to show you in a moment, that he took steroids because people are wondering. You see this guy on camera. you think he's 35 years old. There's no way this asshole is 22, right? Especially when you see how he was just a few years ago. Well, he was selling programs to kids on that transformation, but he didn't tell them, of course, that he was taking steroids.
So with that, so you say you were natty at first. Did you ever experimented or wanted to experiment with like any enhancements?
Yeah, like after I moved to my...
Oh yeah, gotta get the Saratoga water too. Yeah, he reminds me of Daryl there. Just let your soul go. I can't hit that pitch. Just let it through.
Miami and stuff like that, you know, play around with stuff. I guess I'm not involved with all that stuff. Anyways, I got up to like 220 during that time. But what happened was I had health issues,
Matthew.
and
That's
then
why he
on
looks
top
older.
of that, my psychological wasn't on point, where I'm like
And
crashing
steroids will
out
make
and like
you
started
age,
arguments. I wasn't being the stoic person I am. And then I kind of removed myself from that. That's another reason I've never said this on camera, but that's why I stopped strictly selling fitness programs.
And I always say, you know, when you're a kid and you take shit like this, it's going to age you prematurely. It's going to make you look 10, 15 years, if not more, older than what you're supposed to be. So I always say, kids, just stay away from the shit. And you saw how he was saying he had health problems and he had to stop. Well, what happened? His business that he was teaching the kids this shit had to stop too, because he was going to shrink up like a little bitch, and he knew nobody would buy the shit, right? So he had another bright idea, the same one as all the rest of these assholes. He's going to sell people programs on how to coach people to be coaches. It's like a modern day pyramid scheme, right? Without having to go door to door like a little Sharmuta Mary Kay. You guys remember her? It's the same shit.
I coach coaches who coach coaches. Like that's what I do. But I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna say buy my course instead. I'm gonna say, listen, the numbers are there. Obviously, I'm good at what I do. People go, oh, well, you're a scammer. I mean, if I teach you how to go viral, and I teach you how to make money, and I happen to be viral and make money, that's living proof that I know to some degree what I'm talking about.
But in order for his plan to work, right, he has to show that he's making money. He's got the Sharmuta on his side. He lives in a penthouse. He's got Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, all these cars, right? So he had to find a way to get this shit in order to sell these programs.
We're buying a $3.5 million hypercar at 22 years old. Now, I just sent the wire out this morning, so we're gonna run a few errands and go pick that up. And in the meantime, I don't know if I've ever shown the penthouse on the channel, but you guys can see here, this is the spot we got in. And boys, when I say penthouse, I don't mean 40th floor.
Like I said, folks, I can rent this, all right? I can literally rent this for a period of 2 years with the amount of money I have. You don't really need much. But it wouldn't make a difference. I would only need to rent it for 1 month. Here's how it works, folks. Let me explain how it works. You rent the penthouse for a month and you try to film as many videos as possible. You rent out the car, you film out as many videos as possible. You film out a year's worth of videos. And then you drip it on the internet slowly. That's all you have to do. I could literally take about $1,500, rent out a home for maybe 28 to 48 hours, like you have, you know, Airbnb. I can Airbnb the house. I can rent the car out, and I can spend hours and hours filming. And then I could stretch that shit out for 6 months. And people would not know better. That's how it works there. That's how all these influencers work. He's probably only there for 1 day. And you want to know how? You want to know why? He's wearing the same damn shirt there. That's how you do it.
When I say penthouse, I mean it's 2 stories. And there's absolutely nothing above us if you guys take a look outside. Yes, sir.
So I wanted to do a little digging and see. And there's this penthouse that this Vincent is always bragging about. Every one of his videos is about this penthouse, right? In Miami on the top floor, right? I wanted to see, you know, does he own it? Does he rent it? What's the story? Because he tries to make everybody believe that he owns this thing, right?
We fucking beat the system. Now I keep $1 million in there.
Yeah, I seen Hassan use that shock collar. It's just horrible. Dogs should never get a hot shock collar. No. 90-pound cookie cutter. But folks, that's how they do it. They don't even need to rent it a couple of weeks. They just need to rent it for 1 day or 2 days. That's it. You just need 1 day for the car and 1 day for the house. And that's all, baby. That's Sports Center.
I get another $1 million, I buy a real estate property for $4 million. We're fucking balling. fuck. I wake up in my 2-story penthouse and decide which $500,000 car to drive. No, I have no
Look,
boss.
he's
Nobody
wearing the
tells me what
same
to do.
shirt.
And I'm like, fuck.
So I went
Do you
and
guys
I got
notice-
the address for the place, and I looked
Folks, do you guys notice that he's wearing the same exact shirt?
it up, and I found an old Zillow listing, right? But something was very interesting in the Zillow listing. If you guys take a look here at all these pictures, notice something. Look at the decorations, look at the furniture, look at everything. It's the exact same setup, right? That this asshole's using when he's filming his videos, but this listing is years old. So what's the story of it? So I took it even further. I went to the tax website on the address of the house, and lo and behold, he's not the owner of it, right? I went and looked up the MLS, and it says that it was rented last October, right? And if you look here, I'm going to show his posting on Instagram. The day he moved in, he was posting it and flaunting it on Instagram like he owns it. Now, this is the thing. I can't see the name of who actually rented it. For all we know, it's rented out for movie shoots, photo shoots, pictures, because I spoke to the neighbors there. And they said they only see him there once in a while. So what's the real story? We don't know, but we do know that the asshole's renting the place. So that got me thinking. I'm like, if he's renting this place, pretending he's owner, right? What about that Russian Sharmut over there? Who says he didn't order that shit in the mail? What about all those cars he drives, right? The cars he drives are from that same shady place their influencers get their cars from. Remember Wes when he was in the car arguing about not having a title and registration? That was bought from the same place. But I mean, a kid, 22 years old, you know, driving around now, he's saying a $3.5 million car, getting it from that same shady place. So I knew some shady shit is going on, and that got me thinking, all right? This kid still has to have money in order to pull this shit off, right? I remember when he spoke about something, he said, you know, I knew in life that I was going to be successful, whether it was going to be being a criminal or not being a criminal, but he was going to find a way.
Like, the thing is, I was either going to end up ridiculously rich with the right thing or ridiculously rich a criminal. Just because that's how my mind works.
He also was saying how much he loves debt, right? And how he found creative ways to get money and use money to purchase things that wasn't his own.
I love debt, and I think that's why America is the place that people move to go 0 to 100, because you have access to other people's money. There's nowhere else in the world where you have as easy access.
Well, he is right about that. I mean, I will agree with you. You can rack up a ton of debt here, only in America.
To other people's money as the U.S. The U.S. is trillions in debt already. Yeah. I'd always go over using other people's money over my own. Even when I'm at the highest branches of U.S. banks, right? When I'm at, you know, the banks and they deal with bigger amounts of money that's moving through accounts, you're talking to a different staff. But, you know, I'll speak to these people and they'll say the same thing. They'll go, Vince, none of the wealthy families we work with use their own money. A lot of them use like life insurance policies to not use their own money. A lot of them will just take out loans and stuff to not use their own money. But as a rule of thumb, why would you use your own money when you could use somebody else's?
So when I put all these things together, right, I was thinking, that's what he's doing. He's doing creative things, crooked things to put this show on for everyone in order to sell all these programs to kids.
You know, my target audience is people my age. So like the oldest, you know, there's a few outliers in a group of guys that are a little bit older, but as a rule of thumb in general, my guys are in their early 20s, same age as me. Oh, wow. Some guys are 2 years older, but it's kind of like the same exact thing.
And something else I noticed too, you know how he was saying criminal shit? Look what he says here. Remember how I told you, you know, people were fucking with my channel. I didn't mention names, you know, but we all know who it was, right? Well, what's funny is the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree with all these guys. They must be all connected together because we all know they think the same way. Because look what this asshole admits that he would do to someone.
But I'm in the world of business, right? To some degree, I'm in the education game on a smaller scale. Yeah. So if somebody were making serious, false, defamatory threats against me, if that's even a word, a split second of my mind goes, and how much would it cost to delete this person? Not kill them. Like, how much would it cost to just take their channel down? Yeah, 2,000. All right, let's do that. I'm not saying that I've done anything like that, but it's crossed my mind. And I think if I'm in the game of just making a few million, right, and there's people that make trillions, you know, do they not think the same thing a little bit? Do they not think, oh, this guy, oh, maybe he had an eye on him, he's got set in it. Oh, just...
No, they don't think about doing that. They just ignore them. Freaking weirdo.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just giving an idea. Like, I'm just taking it into account.
So like I said earlier, in order for this asshole's plan to work, he has to sell this stream. He has to sell this lifestyle to kids who are easily manipulated. I mean, that's just not going to work on people who are experiencing life, but think about his target audience and think about them seeing the Russian Sharmuta, the penthouse, the cars. They don't want this shit. So what do? They buy his program. In the end, think about it, right? If enough of these assholes buy it, he's going to end up making money. But to me, he's always just gonna be that giraffe-looking pubic hair piece of shit.
So the problem with most men is they're unsuccessful in thinking they have the world figured out to the T. I speak to so many men, I'm like, bro, you need to tweak this, you need to do that. They're like, Vince, yeah, but you don't understand, bro, how my mind works. How your mind works does not work. And that's why you don't have results. So you need to drop your ego and switch your mind, learn from somebody that has the results you want in life, and they're inevitable.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like on my video.
You know, that lady was whiter than the whitest white girl I've ever met. I mean, definitely just straight up albino. But yeah, but that's how you do it, folks. You know, people ask why I don't do it for. I mean, that's how easy it is. All you need to do is Airbnb a fancy house, a fancy car, drive around a bunch of times, you know, change shirts. Some of them are too dumb to change their t-shirt and everything. They're always wearing the same shirt, which is an indication that all of their videos were filmed in just one day. Don't believe me? Don't believe me? Well, there's one person that pulled it off the best of all, you know? There's one person that managed to pull off the entire thing. Y'all remember Nicolato Avocado? He went and filmed a bunch of videos a year in advance while he lost weight. He basically used the same technique as all these other influencers, these self-made millionaires and stuff. You know what I mean? I could literally call myself a millionaire based on the fact that I can value one of my websites at $300,000, value this, future potential earnings and stuff like that. I can go and call myself a self-made millionaire. But it's a self-made bunch of bull crap here, basically. I can go rent a car. I can go and have that same look. If you guys didn't know and didn't see any of my videos, and you didn't see this thing on the back, this little line, indicative of a mobile home, then you would obviously know better. But I could even still do it from this mobile home. I could just simply put a backdrop there, and you wouldn't know better. All right? You wouldn't know better. You see, I could call myself a millionaire technically. But that's not how it works there, folks, okay? I have money in the bank, but that's for me to retire. Yes, I have money in the bank. It's for retirement. I mean, I turned 65 in what, 15 years or 17 years or so forth? You dang right I'm going to start stocking away money. I mean, I could do everything that they're doing. Did you notice the one thing that I mentioned? He's wearing the same shirt. He's wearing the same tank top. He filmed everything in at least one day or a week or whatever. He doesn't live there. And John Bravo called it out there. That's not even his artwork. All right? If I was going to buy a new place, a new condo, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to change out the furniture. You're going to change the pictures. They're not your stuff. And a lot of times when I bought my mobile home and when I established I'm still working on getting a condo basically for rental property. But when I went and toured that and when I got my home, it didn't have any furniture in it, okay? Furniture generally doesn't come with the purchase of a house, okay? Now, you can negotiate it in a home purchase, but a lot of times the people want to take their shit with them. All right? I already knew that it wasn't his house. I mean, you could look at the stuff in the back. Did you notice that there are no family pictures or anything like that? And there's no photos of him around? None of his artwork or anything? It's just, you know, it's a joke, basically. It's just a big, giant joke. If you guys ever want to do the same thing that they're doing, it's quite simple. Rent a car for one day. Airbnb a big old house, That will cost you all of under maybe $1,000, $1,500. And you put out and you create as many videos as you possibly can. In that one day, stretch it out for maybe 3 or 4 months. And when you're done with the videos, rent it out again for one day. And rent out the car for another day. How hard is that, folks? This whole lifestyle influence stuff is bullcrap, all right? There are people with real money there. I mean, seriously. Just plain stupid. Let's see what you got here, Ryan.
What do you think?
I don't know what type of gear out. I have no clue. I would probably say Seepinate, the same as me. But he said he had some medical problems, so he may have had bad bolt too, just as well. If I open up the biggest gay bar in South Carolina, no, gay bars are a waste of money at this point in time. Because gay people can go into any other club and just be regular. Gay clubs are going the way of the dodo. All right? Gay clubs are like typewriters. We know that they once existed, but no longer. All the gay clubs are going to soon be gone.
About Wes Watson,
because the purpose of gay clubs was it was a place for where we could go because we couldn't go to other clubs. All right? Now we can go to any club we want, and I could be making out with a guy. I could be doing him in the butt on the dance floor at a straight club, and no one would notice or care.
Blackstone athlete.
Well, I'm glad MC got himself out of that cookie cutter coward gutter, at least with a decent organization. Let me tell you something, boy. All the touches you glorified prison, that's a babysitting service. Come on the real world. Come out every day. Pay bills. Ride your bike in traffic. Work a job. Have responsibilities. Have discipline. Instead of everything taking care of you like a freaking 2-year-old. The biggest, most cowardly scum of this earth, human filth, went to jail. And you're promoting it? You're making young people think that's the way to go? You're a coward, boy. And if I see you in person, I'm going to tell you. I'll show you what reality is if you ever cross my path, little man.
I miss Big Lenny. We're coming up on a year since he's passed away. It just really sucks. Let's see what we got here.
When we had the Del Rey Misfits gang up, kind of missed the Fitmisc era. I think we didn't realize how good we had it when we had the Del Rey Misfits gang uploading on a regular basis, but it was pretty sad seeing Lenny get off his face on GHB and overdosing when Robzilla came down.
Yeah. YouTube Fitness was definitely a lot more entertaining a few years ago.
I will agree with that. I was able to get away with a lot more stuff.
Yeah, once Rich Piano went away, that was kind of the beginning of the end. There were way more good mints back in the day. But I'm definitely going to bring the mints back. There's going to be some more Worst of the Fitness Industry videos. Particularly about terkesterone soon. Gonna call out some frauds. Thanks for the donation,
he just keeps getting
Jason
more
Canada.
yoked than ever.
Kind of miss the Fitmisc.
He's just getting bigger and bigger. It's just getting kind of scary. Jesus Christ. I mean, he is yoked. My God. Oh, I almost forgot, folks. Get your questions in as well as donations. Now, folks, if anyone donates to... I want to get me a couple of Tina's burritos tonight. Like maybe 4 for the week or so forth. Now, Tina's burritos run 58 cents, and I want 4 of them. You know, just to cover for the week when I come back home from the club, and I want something to eat. So, folks, I need a $3 donation tonight. All right, folks. I need a $3 donation so I can restock my Tina's burritos. We got 8 minutes, folks. $3, and I can restock my... Because I'm out of Tina's burritos, folks. Oh, boy. But, yeah, folks... I don't have to tell you this here. Watch this here. Let's go to Airbnb. Let's see what I can get away with. Let's see what I can get away with. I want a big old house. Hold on. So we're gonna... The great one is gonna pull off a Wes Watson. Let's find the highest price. Highest price whatsoever. $590 plus. I think that'll be sufficient. Let's do it. All right. So, the great one. Let's see. Hold on. We want to do it big Wes Watson style. What do you think? What do you think, Dale? What do you think? Now, this one... My office used to be next to this here. Look at that. $770. And I can do this, basically. This is my house, folks. Big ballin' with my homies. But no, that's not good enough. Let's do better than that. How about this one here? Now, folks, I actually know the guy that owns this place right here. I forgot about this place. $787 for one night, okay? What do you think about this one? I not only know the guy, I had sex with the guy too. That owns the place. Or used to own the place. Yes, and I pounded his cheeks too. So I'm sure because we've had former relations, I could probably get a good deal on it. But let's call this $787, folks. And I can show this place off as if it's mine. Okay? $787. We got that. How about we go get the rent-a-car? Let's rent a car out. Rent a luxury car in South Carolina. Let's do it. Let's do it, folks. Let's do it! I want the most fanciest car out there. So we got the house now, $787. Y'all keep track of things here, okay? Y'all saw what that house looked like. $787. got 4 minutes left. Y'all can't make a $3 donation for me to get some Tina's burritos. Fuck you then. No, I'm just messing. But let's go find the car, folks. Let's get something real fancy.
Take my money, Vince. Also react to this.
All right, Matthew. You my dog, man. $3. I definitely appreciate it. Now I can restock my Tina's burritos. Y'all give a big shout out for Matthew. Matthew hooked me up with my burritos. I definitely appreciate that. Let's check out your video. What is this? Is this a video? Oh, it's a photo. Lightning bolt does 1 damage to 1 target. You people are sick. I definitely appreciate the donation. But folks, before we go, the great one has to show off. Yeah, I know. But folks, we got the big house now for $787. Why don't we rent it for 2 days? $1,500 right there. But we could do all our videos in just 1 day. We still got to get the car. Let's rent a Lambo near me. Why don't we rent the Lambo? So what do you think, folks? What should I rent first? The McLaren GT Coupe for $699? How about a BMW 740/60 Sport? That's only $389. Corvette Stingray, $459. What should I rent, folks? Ooh, let's do this one. All right, Aston Martin Vantage. All right, folks. We got our car. So I'm just showing you guys an example. For $1,500, I can film enough videos for at least 6 months, and then I can do it again. And no one would be the wiser. And I can go and pick up this car right near me. But look at this here. Bentley Continental. $1,400. So I take that car and I park it next to that fancy house. And it's all good, folks. It really is. And then I go to the 117. Take the car, take it to the 117, park it outside, and I'll be all right. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it, folks. Like I said, lifestyles are just BS these days. But, folks, that is the end of the show. I want to thank Matty Matt, for hooking me up so I can restock my Tina's burritos. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Folks, y'all be sure to tune in tomorrow for the Midnight Run. But I'm out, folks. Gotta wash more laundry. Gotta get a nice close shave. But as always, peace and soul. And now a word from the cassowary. Cassowary has spoken. Okay, peace out. Bye-bye.